In preparation for learning a standard British dialect, it's important to understand the difference between R sounds. There are some R sounds that you pronounce and some that you don't pronounce. Before we do that, however, we need to take a moment to discuss the difference between spelling and pronunciation. Take a look at these words. You see that all of these words end in the spelling of O-U-G-H. Although they share the same spelling, they are pronounced very differently. Tough, cough, through, dough. Let's take a look at this letter, the letter O. You would naturally say that it makes the sound of O as in go, and you would be right. But it also makes the sound of oo in the word do, the sound of ah in the word coffee, and the sound in the word love. These are just a few examples to illustrate that spelling doesn't always represent how a word is pronounced. When approaching dialects, it's important to focus only on how a word is pronounced and not how it's spelled. Now, on to the differences in R sounds for a standard British dialect. There are some R sounds that you can drop or not pronounce in a word and still understand the word, and there are other R sounds that you could never drop from a word and still understand it. Let's take a look at these words here. All of them have an R in the spelling, and for most American accents there would be an R sound in the pronunciation. Farm, bird, here, horse, year, car, actor. However, you could also say these same words without the R sound and you would still understand the word. Farm, bird, here, horse, year, car, actor. Take a look at these R words. Red, rhyme, rose, green, very, surround, tree, carry. Let's try saying some of these words without the R. Ed, geen, vei, surround. That doesn't work at all. So right away you see that there is a difference in R sounds. There are some that you can drop from a word and still understand the word, and there are others that you could never drop from the word. Let's return to the words where we could drop the R sound. These are unneeded R sounds. That is, you don't need the R sound to understand the word. They are considered vowel sounds and are also called Vowel R sounds. There is a particular pattern for these words. Take a look at farm, bird, and horse. You see that each R sound has a consonant sound right after it. There's an M sound after the R in farm, a D sound after the R in bird, and an S sound after the R in horse. Now look at here, year, car, actor. You notice that each word ends in an R sound, and there isn't another sound after that. Yes, the word here has an E in the spelling, but the E is silent and not pronounced. So there is no sound at the end of the word here. This brings us to the rule about which R sounds can be dropped and are dropped for most British dialects. An unneeded or vowel R is defined as an R sound which is followed by a consonant sound, as in the word park, or no sound, as in the word year. You can remove the R sound from the word and still understand the word. Now let's look at these words. Remember, these are the words where we couldn't remove the R sound. You will notice that in each one of these words, the sound after the R is always a vowel sound. The S sound after the R in red, for instance. There is an H in the spelling after the R in rhyme, but you don't pronounce the H sound, so the R sound is followed by the vowel sound I. And the Y in very and carry make an E sound, so that is also a vowel sound. These R sounds are ones that you can't remove from the word, so they are considered needed R sounds and are called consonant R sounds. This brings us to the rule about which R sounds can never be dropped from a word, regardless of the dialect that you are doing. A needed or consonant R sound is followed by a vowel sound. You can't remove the R sound from the word and still understand the word. Now that you know the difference between R sounds, let's practice saying some words and phrases in a standard British dialect. Let's start with the words where we drop the R sound. Feel free to repeat the words, phrases, and sentences so you can practice your British dialect. World. Father. Year. Care. Pure. Door. Garden. Kennel. Teacher. Near. Tour. Floor. Yard. Now let's try some phrases. Large garden. Next year's journey. Rehearse in the morning. My dear mother. Now some sentences. Your large garden will surely be the winner this year. Let's explore the cheerful square. The orchestra performed by the seashore. Your marvellous pedicure was a sure cure for boredom. Now let's practice saying some words that take the needed or consonant R. Read, written, crate, bread, country, shrimp, dream. Let's try some words with the R sound between two vowel sounds. Keep this intervocalic R short and crisp, and think of placing the R sound with the second syllable instead of the first. For instance, say spirit. Don't say spear it. Here we go. Spirit, mirror, carry, horrible, miracle, very, around, caring, courage. Now some phrases. Hilarious sparrow. Heroic spirit. Lyric story. Now some sentences. Harry is such a character. Have the courage to tell the story to the audience. Let's serenade Marilyn tomorrow. Now we're going to try some sentences with both types of R sounds. Portia was very sorry to forget Erin's birthday. I'm sorry I fell off the chair. Your long story was boring me, I'm afraid. Might I I borrow that gorgeous mirror? The entire chorus is partying in my very tiny cottage. Don't worry. I'm sure we can run that short marathon together. That's wonderful. You are well on your way. Now just keep practicing until it becomes effortless. Thank you for watching.